This is a car I've had for almost 17 years. It's called a Shogun. It's based on a Ford Festiva, in this case a 1989 Ford Festiva. It was built by Chuck Beck and Rick Titus. What they were trying to do here was make kind of an American version of the Renault Turbo, except with a little bit more power. What it is basically is a Ford Festiva. You take that 4-cylinder out of the front, you throw it away. And then in the back, you put the big 4-cam V6 from the Taurus Show right back in there. You essentially just turn it around, and instead of driving the front wheels, you drive the transmission through the rear wheels. Oh, and a little nitrous helps too. These cars made quite a sensation when they came out. They only built 7 of them. This is the very first one. I heard that Chuck and Rick were doing this, and I was the first to get in line. And I just looking through my file here, and they were everywhere. I mean, considering they only built 7 cars, made the cover turbo and high performance. Here's the original brochure for the car. This is what they did here. Even made the cover, if I'm not mistaken, of Road and Track. Trouble is, at the time, they were about the same price as a new Corvette, but why have something sensible like a new Corvette when you can buy something really stupid like this? In fact, I'll show you some of the original drawings to the car. Come on over here. These are the original drawings that Chuck and Rick did right here. There's a show motor along here. So you can see they added these pieces. As I said, they only built 7 cars, so you don't need a big room for the annual Owners Club meeting. Now this is where your engine normally would be. Instead, as you can see, we've got a fuel cell and the radiator up front here. But you know, it's a pretty cool car. It gets about 25 to 30 miles per gallon, and considering you got a minimum of 220 horsepower, it doesn't weigh more than a ton and maybe 200 pounds, 2,200 pounds. And with the nitrous, well, I live in a hilly area, and it kind of gets you over the hills pretty good. I always like sleeper cars. You know, I was sitting at a light one day, and a guy pulled up next to me and goes, "Hey, your big tires are on the back, man." I think it was a front-wheel drive. I go, "Oh, see, I don't know much about cars." Blew his doors off. Although 225 horsepower doesn't seem like that much nowadays, back in '91, that was pretty good, especially in a car this light. And when you hit the nitrous, it takes you about 350, so it comes in handy in those passing maneuvers. Plus, it's kind of a fun car. Nobody can really figure out what it is. This Taurus Show motor is pretty much unbreakable. I haven't done anything to it other than change the oil. I'm still running the same plug. It's pretty bulletproof. Terrific motor. Revs great, makes great noise. And it actually handles pretty good. My Hemi supercars, well, you pay $96 a year for insurance because it's an '89 Ford Festiva. And look, you can wear a top hat. And you got air conditioning. The nice thing is, it's the stock Taurus Show motor. You can keep your catalytic converters in place, and you still pass smog. So what you have is like the world's fastest Taurus minus about 1,500 pounds. Oh, by the way, we also had to upgrade the brakes.